Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is Mr. Tran with the last AP tip of the week. With that said, we are in the end game. A preview of what we're going to be covering in this presentation. Make sure you have your one document ready. Don't know what this is? You should follow the recommended study schedule that we have put out on Canvas and review the units in a timely manner. This is so that you can have all the information in one document before this week, so you can just use this week to just practice the skills that will be tested on this exam. Remember, you will be applying the content, but if you don't know how to apply the content, the exam will be difficult. So a simple way to do this is to practice those skills, knowing how to answer the prompt, knowing what those keywords mean, and just giving that answer. No more, no less. A simple, what is thermal inversion, won't be on this test. A simple, what is deforestation, won't be on this test. What will be on this test is a picture, table, or graph that you have to analyze and apply those concepts like thermal inversion and deforestation. You don't want to waste time doing an internet search on exam day and having to rephrase that information. You guys don't have enough time. 30 minutes for question 1 and 20 minutes for question 2. Those times noted include the time needed to submit your exam. If you share your one document, aka worked with other students on your shared or one document, make sure that you guys have that final study guide or document downloaded onto your computer and saved somewhere that you guys can easily access it before the exam. Make sure you're not opening that document from a cloud storage system like OneDrive, Dropbox, and anything else like that. It will flag you as cheating. This is straight from College Board. It will flag you. So just download whatever that you have worked with others onto your personal computer and open that document from your computer.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to use the find function in a Word document. The key is CTRL, that's control, and F. All I need to do is hold control and then press F. And it brings me to this navigation. All I need to do is type some keywords in. So if your exam question has a key term like ecological footprint, all I need to do is type in ecological footprint, and then it will find the result inside my document. Remember, it won't find things if you are asking like apply the ecological footprint. And if you do that, notice it says no match. You have to have key vocab words. So this is a tool you can use to look up key vocab words that you know you have typed in your document.
Let's talk about plagiarism. Students who submit exam responses that are not entirely their own are committing an exam security violation. Students' exam responses should not include aid in any kind from external sources, including websites, social media, and any person. Aid includes, but is not limited to, advice, feedback, or actual exam responses. Students who contact any other person during the exam, including online, in person, by mobile or other device, are also committing an exam security violation. So again, these are just words directly copied and pasted from College Board themselves. Last but not least, John, this is the most important one, super crucial. College Board will not differentiate between actual giving or receiving aid from requesting or offering aid when assigning consequences. Again, let me repeat. College Board will not differentiate between actual giving or receiving aid from requesting or offering aid when assigning consequences. This last point, y'all, is extremely important for students who think it is nice or cool to give help and then refuse to get help from others. Again, y'all, just don't offer the help and don't receive the help, period. Take the exam on your own, do it with the utmost integrity, and be done with it. So, next thing, just released this a while back. Trevor Packer, again, the vice president of College Board. We've just canceled the exam registrations of a ring of students who were developing plans to cheat, and we are currently investigating others. It's not worth having your names reported to college admissions offices. So again, this is a tweet that was tweeted out recently. Again, please, 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 just don't do it. Just take the exam, be done with it. Let's go into detail about what was said on the previous slide. If you decide to use any information from your PowerPoint, class notes, textbook notes, and one-sheet summaries provided by me or Miss Bossy, please be sure to not copy and paste that information directly into your exam response. Every single one of you listening to this have access to the same information, worded the same way. So if you copy and paste it from any of these sources or your one document, you will be committing plagiarism and be flagged as collaborating with others. Always paraphrase if you have to look up information. Let me repeat, always paraphrase if you have to look up information. So, again, y'all, make sure you paraphrase. This goes if you answered the study guide questions and shared it with your friends. Thanks for sharing your work, but now you must paraphrase that work because you shared it with others. And those students will, use your work most likely, maybe word for word, and we don't want any of that. So again, always paraphrase. Do not copy and paste information from your one document, shared document, whatever it is from the internet. Just always paraphrase. We'll be talking about the consequences on the next slide, and it is no joke. College Board may apply several consequences for exam security violation, including but not limited to the following. First, score cancellation. This is a guarantee. Second, ban on College Board exams. This includes future AP exams. And College Board owns SAT and SAT subject tests. So for universities, some colleges require you to take the SAT subject test in case your SAT scores were not high enough to get into the major you want at your university. For example, University of Texas, but you want to go into the engineering program, but don't have that SAT math score. So they may require you to take an SAT subject test in order to appeal and try to get in. Third, high school notification. So again, this will be handed out by Mrs. Patterson. College admissions notification. If College Board determined that a student gained or provided an unfair advantage on an AP exam, they will provide information about the incident to colleges or other organizations to which the student has already sent any College Board scores. That means SAT. Or to which the student would send scores in the future. This is game over for your future in higher education, y'all. It'll take a lot to appeal, to get it removed, whatever. That's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of money. So again, that one is the most severe. Again, game over for your future in higher education. Last but not least, law enforcement will be notified if prosecution of the test taker or anyone assisting the test taker is warranted. Saving your document ahead of time. Make sure, y'all, that you guys are saving your documents ahead of time with your AP ID and your first and last initials, like you see here at the very top, y'all, at the very top. Save your document as APES question 1 and APES question 2 as you guys see that I have here. Make sure again, y'all, that you have the AP ID and your first and last initial at the very top of those documents. That should be done before test day. Best way to take your exam. Maximizing both your screens, y'all. Questions on one side and then your text on the other, like you see here. Again, I have my Google Chrome opened and it has the question ready on my left-hand side and then my text document on my right-hand side.
Okay, so what I have here is the AP demo opened. What I'm going to show you is how to maximize your screen. First things first, I drag and click the very top and drag it over to the side here of my screen. You'll see that it prompts me to open up another window, which I do, and I'm picking my AP text document. Notice I have my AP ID at the top and my first and last initial there, ready to go. So this is how we maximize the screen. So on the exam day, if you want to maximize or minimize your screen, you can either drag this halfway point and the information is here while you have more screen time, or if you want to see the question for some reason a little more, you drag it over this way. But I think it is sufficient to have it halfway. You'll get plenty of room to see what the question is like, and you'll have plenty of room to type. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to get your notes in one document ready as well. So the same process. Instead of dragging it over to where the question is, I'm going to drag it over to where my text document is. And again, this is all the notes, and I can do my shortcut that I taught you earlier, Control F, and then type in the thing I want, and I can actually read all of that in order to maximize this. Again, find the bar here and drag it over so that you have more room to see. You can close out of that, and you have time to read. So always use Control F to find everything you need.
Be sure to eat breakfast on exam day. And if you're nervous for lunch, I would suggest some snacks around that time. I have some recommendations for a breakfast with a low glycemic index. Why is a food with low glycemic index important? Well, foods with low glycemic index have their carbohydrates broken down slowly, releasing glucose into your bloodstream steadily, and the end effect is that it makes you feel fuller. Foods that will help with that would be eggs, salmon, green smoothie, or a protein smoothie. If you're in a rush in the morning, then it's recommended that you get a green banana. So not ripe, okay? So not totally green, but a little green. Snacks suggestions are almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, walnuts, and pecans. Berries, apple, pear, and green bananas would be great as well. Sleep advice. This is what was taught to me as I trained to be a supplemental instructor at Texas A&M University. So 8 hours a night is recommended. It is crucial that you get a good night's sleep 2 days before your exam. So this would be on Saturday. Okay, get a good 8 hours on Saturday. Some of y'all might feel a little too anxious on Sunday to have a good night's sleep, so it's recommended that you always sleep 2 days before you take any major exam. Okay, a good 8 hours 2 days before you take a major exam. Never pull an all-nighter. It doesn't help. You need sleep to consolidate that information and put it into your memory. Be sure to have your AP checklist filled out and your documents saved for exam day. And you have this done before exam day. Finally, arrive 30 minutes before your exam. That is 2:30 p.m. Fill in the information. Let that timer countdown begin. Okay, and then as it gets time or closer to time, breathe. You got this. Have a good one.